And we're back at it. This time we're looking at the parable of the prodigal son, and that is found in Luke chapter 15. And it starts in verse 1 when it says, tax collectors and other notorious sinners often came to listen to Jesus teach. This made the Pharisees and teachers of religious law complain that he was associating with such sinful people, even eating with them. And now you begin to appreciate eating with sinners seemed to mean that we are in association and an agreement with their behavior. That's not it. Remember, they came to Jesus. Jesus did not go to them. They wanted to hear the message of life. They wanted to be accepted. They wanted to identify with what the message was. And Jesus spoke about, and the prodigal son is found from verse 11 to the end. And simply, it simply says, two sons. And it's really talking about people who would have received the message, heard what God wanted, understood what the message was, understood what the inheritance was as a child of God. And what they did is that they took the opportunity to leave it and go about using the benefits and lessons learned and go about doing whatever they felt their lives needed. And this is what happened to this young man. The challenge is, eventually, because you're not being replenished, because the source of your supply was left at home, you'd run out eventually. And this guy ran out big time because he spent his life riotous living. That's what the Bible calls it. He had a time, I tell you, a good time. Eventually, he ran out of funds and friends, and eventually ended up. And this is a massive disrespect for a Jew, because they don't deal with pigs. To put him in a pig pen, feeding pigs, and feeding even to eat what the pigs were eating is a massive disrespect. This is what the parable is about. You could always come back home. You can always come back to God. You can, no matter how far you've gone, you can always return. And I don't care what church people say. Church people seem to have their own rules that sometimes don't line up with the Bible. You can always come back to God. You can always return to who God is and what God means. You can always return to a relationship with God. And I want to encourage you, if you've walked away from God, it's time to come back. If you found yourself standing in a space that God is not, and you're looking and thinking about, oh my goodness, my life was so much simpler, so much better when I was in Christ, and I'm saying to you, come back home today. The prodigal son did not let pride or let what other people would say about him, the criticism, oh, now you spent out all your money. No. He felt, you know what? My Father could supply this, and he'll do that. Even if I have to take a lesser position in the household, I'm willing to take the opportunity. And so he left and he went back home. It's time to go back home. It's time to come back to God. If you have found yourself, after knowing God, after serving God, after understanding what he gives, understanding who he is, you've walked away, today is a good day to return.